This is breaking news.
Concept of every block count. And kudos to DM Daughtry and his team for understanding that you can't leave one block behind. I often say in front of Gracie Mansion, the home of the mayor, that we don't allow trash to build up. We don't allow vagrants to sleep in the parks. We don't allow disruptive behavior. So if we don't allow it at Gracie Mansion, we can't allow it on Dyckman. The same quality of life that we show to the mayor's home and the people's house, we need to show it to the homes and the communities across the city. And every block counts is stating just that. Every block in the city counts. Every block in the city is significant. Every block in the city should remain safe. And when we talk about our success in decreasing violence, particularly shootings and homicides at the lowest level in history, we know there's still blocks where we do have shootings. And we want to zero in on those locations and stop the violence and stop the quality of life concerns that New Yorkers are facing. New Yorkers deserve to live in a safe and clean neighborhood, and we're going to do everything on our part to make it happen. So when streets and sidewalks are clean and well lit, where street signs are clear and easy to read, that gives a sense of security, and it impacts the feeling of safety. We know we've done a great job in bringing down the numbers of crime, continue to see the decrease in crime, but people must feel safe to match our success in numbers. We use a multi-pronged approach to address public safety in our city, coupling upstream intervention with downstream solution. And as a result, the approach to public safety has been working. Over 22,000 illegal guns removed off our street, 2,800 removed this year alone. And for the first 6 months of 2025, schools shootings incidents reached the lowest level, as I stated, in the recorded history of the city. Major crime for the first 6 months of the year is down by close to 6%. And since January 24, crime has consistently declined throughout each and every quarter. And for the month of June, crime was down 6%, and every one of the 7 major crimes were down as well. But what I'm excited about is what happened among shootings in the month of June. Historically, during the month of June, July, and August, we witnessed increases in shooting. We are down 30% in June. Retail theft, something that was nagging the city and our small business owners for years. We have witnessed a 17% decrease for the month as well. And hate crime. Hate crime is something that we have stood strong on. We're seeing hate crime decrease both in anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and other parts of the city. And we continue to go granular, making our city safe, every block safe in the process. In October of last year, we launched Every Block Count. Many critics thought it was not possible. We knew it was. And it is a comprehensive pilot program to make sure that specific blocks in New York City, those have historically seen high levels of gun violence, receive intensive multi-agency support in order to reduce crime and improve quality of life, making these neighborhoods more livable and safe. Participating agencies include NYPD, FDNY, Department of Sanitation, the Parks Department, the Department of Environmental Protection, and the Department of Health, among others. And now we're expanding. We're expanding this program to all 5 boroughs by adding 5 more blocks in Queens, Manhattan, and Staten Island, in addition to the blocks already designated in Brooklyn and in the Bronx. We have seen great results so far since the beginning of this program. The 4th, 6th, and 73rd precincts have had significant reductions in shootings or shots fired incidents on these 10 targeted blocks. Major crime has decreased on these blocks, and these blocks we have repaired street and parking signage, cleaned public spaces, removed graffiti, and repaved sidewalks and more. We continue to build on the improvements and focus on the next steps that are needed to keep each neighborhood safe and orderly. Each block has been designated a block CEO, which is so important. That is the chief executive officer of the block. This is a resident who has volunteered to communicate neighbors' needs and keep track of progress. And every block count is one of our last initiatives to increase cooperation between city agencies and communities. We have seen time and time again with Community Link programs throughout the city, and now with every block count, the tremendous success we have witnessed through the entire city working together. The administration and all city agencies and community members coming together to improve and create a safe environment. Together, we can do anything that we believe is possible, and we're making that happen every day. And so block by block, street by street, we are regaining control of our neighborhoods. When you add this to our quality of life initiative, our Q teams, we're really zeroing in on how people are feeling, from removing unsightly vendoring to abandoned vehicles to disruptive behavior. It's all coming together to make sure that every block in this city counts, and every block in this city will be a safe place to raise children and families. I'm going to turn it back over to the Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Let me take a moment to explain how every block counts program works. First things first, we look at the data. We zero in on specific residential blocks across the city that have experienced high levels of serious violent crimes, including shootings, assaults, and robberies. Once we identify these blocks that are in need of some more support, members of my office and a host of city agencies start to pound the pavement. We walk block by block together with the residents and their designated block CEOs to identify any issues needing immediate attention. From there, we create a punch list. In other words, a GSD, Get Stuff Done list. That punch list serves as both our roadmap and as our measure of accountability. Once the action items were set, the team gets to work, and we are continuing to go through those punch lists line by line, item by item, to make sure every concern is addressed. But the work doesn't just stop there. At the same time, we are making sure that we invest in our most important resources, the people who live on these blocks. We are not here to make a quick fix and then just disappear. Our team stays on the ground to make sure the residents have direct access to services and opportunities that they need to succeed. That includes going door to door with the mayor's public engagement unit to connect the people with the city services and benefits that they need, as well as hosting resources and job fairs on these blocks. We started Every Block Counts as a pilot program 8 months ago on 10 blocks in the Bronx and in Brooklyn. Since its launch, we have resolved more than 160 issues on just those 10 blocks alone. Those improvements include everything from sidewalk and crosswalk repairs to lighting upgrades, graffiti removals, and cleaning up vacant lots. Building on that success today, we are proud to announce that we have expanded Every Block Counts to 5 boroughs with 15 new blocks: Manhattan, Queens, and in Staten Island. That brings us to 25 blocks citywide. These blocks are that are need and deserve our sustained attention, and that's what we are going to do, and that's what they are going to get. As the mayor mentioned, it is clear that the strategy is already making a difference. Since launching Every Block Counts, major crime on 10 pilot blocks is down nearly 22%. I'm just going to say that one more time. Since launching Every Block Counts, major crime on those 10 blocks are down 22%, with a 33% drop in shooting incidents and a 60% reduction in shooting victims. Those are live saves, and we are going to keep pushing forward and doing this work so we can see the same success on the 15 new blocks. I want to give a shout out to Sarah Khan from my office for leading this effort and taking the initiative and making sure that we are addressing every single one of these community needs. This is just one small part of the mayor's public safety strategy, which has led to record low shootings, substantial reduction in murders, and a continuous drop crime across our great city. But we know that statistics alone don't tell the full story. Real success is when people feel safe where they live and can see a difference in their streets. We want every New Yorker, no matter what zip code that you live in, we want you to feel safe in their blocks. Clean streets, brighter lights, and fewer crimes, and stronger relationship between government and the people that we work for. That's why Every Block Counts is all about. None of this will be successful without the people who live on these blocks. They know the challenges better than any one of us standing up here, and they have stepped up to be a part of the solution. One of those leaders is standing right next to me. His name is Troy Nazar. As the block CEO here in Manhattan, Troy has been a great partner and advocate for this program and his neighborhoods. It is my pleasure to turn it over to Troy to share a couple of few words, please.